You're listening to A Tiny Homestead, the podcast comprised entirely of conversations with homesteaders, cottage food producers, and crafters. I'm your host, Mary Lewis. This episode is sponsored by Greenbush Twins Company, where creativity and community grow hand in hand. Just like a thriving garden or a well-loved homestead, the best things are built with care, purpose, and heart. Through thoughtful design, storytelling, and handcrafted goods, they're helping people celebrate a simpler, more meaningful way of living. Learn more at Greenbush Twins and Company. Today I'm talking with Connor at Terre Farms in Mississippi. Good morning, Connor. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Enjoying this breeze out here. So,
Yeah, my first question is usually, well, how's the weather? So how is the weather in Mississippi today?
honestly, it's very nice. We've been in the hundreds, I think, the past month. So it's kind of nice to have a breeze out here.
Would you believe that they're suggesting, and I use that term with a lot of hope, suggestion that it's going to be 104 here on Sunday in Minnesota.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, Minnesota?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
I'm praying that the forecast changes between now and then because I keep saying this. I shouldn't keep saying it, but I'm going to anyway. I hate high summer. I hate being hot. I would rather it be minus 20 out because when it's that cold, you can put on a whole megaton of clothes and be warm. But when it's so super hot, you cannot be any more naked than naked.
That is very true. I much prefer cold weather too, honestly. So the springtime is my favorite. Summertime, I absolutely hate farming.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And I hate saying that because summertime can be wonderful, but not when we get these crazy swings in temperatures.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy days.
Yeah. Now, you were saying that that tropical storm is moving toward you, or you're just getting some of the side effects of it?
I think we're just getting. Honestly, I have not kept up to date with it. My wife has.
Okay.
She keeps me sane, so she keeps up to date with everything.
Okay, good.
I just stand here and look pretty,
Well, that's a nice job to have, and your stress levels probably stay a little bit lower because of it.
True.
Alrighty, so it's a beautiful day in Minnesota. It was 57 degrees at 5 o'clock this morning after a couple weeks of really muggy, really hot weather. So 57 felt like 27, and I was so happy to feel a little bit of a chill in the air. I was like, wow, that's novel.
Yeah. Man, honestly, that sounds really nice.
It was lovely. I was drinking my coffee with the window open on the front porch, and I was like, oh, that's good. And it's also sunny today, and there's a slight breeze, and it's just perfect July weather for Mary Evelyn. For me, this is great. It's going to start going back up tomorrow, so I'm going to enjoy today for all it is worth. I would love to hear a little bit about yourself and what you guys do at Terre Farms.
Yes, ma'am. So, around COVID, I had another job. I worked at a science museum, and I was a tour guide. And by COVID, we kind of had like a shutdown period, just like everyone did.
Yes.
And so I started to hang out with mom and dad up here a lot just because we kind of isolated ourselves from everywhere. And I just wanted to be with mom and dad, make sure they're okay.
You're a good son.
I try. And so we were sitting on top of our barn at the time. And I was just looking out and I'm like, man, this place is beautiful. Like, why aren't we doing anything up here? Yeah, it's family land and it's beautiful, but I really think I could do something. And fun fact, my grandpa was actually a farmer. So we have land in Tallulah, Louisiana. And my great grandpa was a farmer. So it runs in the family. Now, I'm not growing cotton or soybeans or any of the hard stuff. I'm sticking with flowers. But I just had like an inkling to start farming for some reason. I just had I wanted to do something on my own. And thankfully, mom was on board with me. And now she's stuck with it, so she can't escape. And so we just looked up the most profitable crop to grow. And number one was lavender.
Yep.
And then number two was cut flowers. And I was like, well, I'll be damned. And so we started doing that. And from the beginning, we didn't know what we were doing. So there's been a lot of trial and error, a lot of failures, but honestly, that's the best teacher, So, and so we sell to florists. We do events up here at the farm, at the house and pavilion, and we sell to New Orleans florists. We sell to Bay St. Louis florists, Slidell. So we never stop, honestly.
That's
So,
awesome. I have a question about your lavender.
oh,
Do
yeah.
you do you sell that to places that distill the oil?
So I honestly, in the summer, just in heat in general in our zone, throughout the whole season, the only lavender that I know of that can grow down here is Spanish lavender.
Okay.
And I have tried to grow lavender. Unfortunately, it does not work out for me. So, like, for example, ranunculus and Lysianthus, which I grew this year, very
And I
proud to say.
saw your video of it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so I used to I gave it to the florist. That's why I kind of saw the last bit of it. But I had heads 3 times that size, so it's very exciting because it's a really hard flower to grow.
Yeah.
And then ranunculus, same thing. I would love to grow that, but each state has their own zones, or each state has their own zones. So we're zone 9B or 9A, I think, and so we can't grow ranunculus, unfortunately.
We're 4B here in Minnesota, at least where I am.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, so you probably could grow peonies and all that.
Oh, darling, I have so many peonies. It's my favorite flower on earth. I have like 50, I don't know. I don't want to say plants because they spread. Yeah. I started out with about 20 and now I have at least 50 clumps of peony bushes along my driveway. And
that's beautiful.
Are you interested in the colors?
Oh yeah. No, I love peonies too. So
yeah, I have yellow and baby pink and Hello Kitty pink. I don't know if you know what that is, but Hello Kitty is a popular little girl's thing, and this color is associated with Hello Kitty, so I call it Hello Kitty pink. And I have burgundy, I have yellow, I have coral, and I have white, like pure white. And every spring,
wow,
Connor, telling you, it gets to May 1st, and I'm just looking at these peony shoots coming up, and I'm like, please don't get frosted, because if they get frosted, they do not bloom. The little buds just freeze and turn black. And this year we had hundreds of blooms. It was so beautiful.
Speaking of frost, it's funny. People are like, man, I wish I could do what you do. I wish I could grow flowers and walk through the flowers and just enjoy the beautiful air. I'm like, do you understand what goes through on how to grow flowers? It's truly, it's a very delicate situation with flowers, and so like I have to constantly remind myself to keep going, because like in the summertime I am cranky. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I'm out here. I don't want to do it. But I'm out here, so I have to constantly remind myself, like, man, I got a good life, but once they start growing and once they start blooming, that's when I say I have a good life.
Yeah, I am constantly saying on this podcast that growing produce or raising animals is a crapshoot. It is a wonderful life, but you got to be equipped to deal with highs and lows because it's not always in the middle.
No, it never is in the middle. Actually, we lost. Sorry, I'm just rambling here, but we lost. Let's see. So the big snowstorm that happened in Mississippi a couple years back, definitely suffocated all of our flowers, and we're like, oh my gosh, they were all black, and we're like, oh, this is terrible. And sure enough, snow is a great insulator for anything, honestly, but especially for flowers.
Yeah.
And they came up and like they were just gigantic. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But any other time with just a normal frost, ice or anything, they're dead. So
Because frost is a different phenomena than
yeah,
snow.
yeah, it's pretty humbling experience, but I love what I do, and like I said, my grandpa was a farmer, so it's just in the blood. And I get to
Yeah.
hang out with my parents, so that was nice.
Yeah. So you were saying that your mother is stuck with this now. I'm guessing your mom is totally fine with this.
Oh yeah, no, she honestly she keeps me going because she's always thinking about the next step, whereas I she calls me what's it where I just walk around. I go at my own pace, which drives her nuts. Which is a very slow pace, by the way.
Mhm.
And she's like, we gotta hurry up. And so she's thinking like 20 steps ahead, where I'm, steadily just making the beds and, doing all the labor. I'm like, man, I don't know what to do without you. You gotta teach me your ways.
She's like Yoda.
Yes, she is
Uh-huh.
definitely Yoda.
Her name is Terry.
Yes, man. Terry Wiley.
Shout out to Terry. What a great mom, and what a great mom for supporting you in this idea.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty amazing. So very, very lucky guy. So
And it's going to sound like I'm stalking you. I'm not. I'm looking at your
no, it's
website
okay.
about page. And it says, as soon as I retired from practicing law, Connor and I started taking classes, traveling to workshops and conferences, blah, blah, blah. Your mom was a lawyer?
Yeah, I've never won an argument with her. So
What kind of law was she practicing?
environmental. So she
Aha. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's funny. She keeps me up to date with all the DEQ and environmental things because my dad and I love building, like digging everywhere, with our excavator. So we're very careful with pitcher plants and all that healthy environmental stuff, like their own ecosystem. So she keeps us in track because we get too excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, so so I love that that's what does she still do it, or she's retired?
She's retired, so she does this full time with me. But I keep telling her, I'm like, at some point, I want you and Dad to like go on trips. I want you to retire. I know you say you love doing this with me, and I love doing it with her as well. But at some point, I'm gonna, take over and let them enjoy their lives. I don't want them stuck at the farm. So,
How old are your parents? Are they in their 60s or their 50s?
70s.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I
yeah.
didn't I thought you were, like, in your early 20s.
Oh no, I'm 33. So,
Okay. Bad math
um,
on my part.
oh no, you're good. They don't look their age. Like
Uh-huh.
it's kind of creepy.
They don't act their age apparently either.
Yeah, no, yeah, my dad's always on the tractor. Diesel is very important up here, so
Mhm. My mom's birthday is tomorrow, and I think she's gonna be 80, and
wow.
I have to confirm that with her tomorrow.
Yeah.
'Cause I always am off by a year, and I thought that I had it last year, and no, I didn't have it. I made my dad a year older than he actually was, and my dad's birthday is July 30th, so they are, 7 days apart, but they're 3 years apart. So, my dad is either gonna be 80. My mom is either gonna be 80 or 81 tomorrow. My dad is gonna be either 83 or 84 on July 30th. And my dad still acts like he's 50. I'm 56. He acts younger than I am. It's just crazy to me. And
Yeah.
and I swear the thing that keeps him young is his dog. He has he has a 10-year-old border collie
Oh,
named Duchess. Her given name is Duchess. Her nickname is Dutchie,
yeah.
and she acts like she's about 2, because my dad has basically given her the run of their 14 acre property the whole time they've had her. And she is always out running and playing and guarding and going down the river and getting a drink. She is keeping herself in fabulous shape. And because my dad is so in love with this dog and has been since she was about 8 weeks old, he's always going out with her. So he gets his walks in. She walks him. He doesn't walk her.
Yeah, it never works like that.
Yeah. So if you want to stay young, get yourself a good dog.
Well, I have a black lab. Her name is Sunny. She's 10 years old as well. And with the two puppies here, just because my sister and her family are here for a bit this summer.
Yeah.
So she has two puppies to deal with. And she just like sits there and watches them go at it. She's like, yeah, no, I'm good. It's quite funny, actually. She keeps me alive too. So
Yeah. I think if you have passions and you have things that you're responsible for, it extends your life. I really do. Now, I have other questions for you. And because I am 56 and I am in menopause, bad word, I get brain gaps here and there. So I looked at your Facebook page earlier. I was like, oh, I know all the questions. And now I forget what I was going to ask. Do you guys grow anything besides flowers?
So we have tried vegetables.
Yeah.
Now we did do okra very well. Like we had a big
okra?
Yeah, okra.
Okay.
Stuff is very pokey though. It's not fun. So you definitely need to wear gloves when you're picking okra. Didn't know that. But yeah, vegetables require so much more care than flowers. So
yes, they do.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous. So like the summertime crops. Sorry, I'm going back to flowers, but I'm just trying to, relate to difference between vegetables and flowers. Like sunflowers and zinnias and azuratum, amaranth, all those summer annuals.
Yes.
Are like basically just put it out there, and I fertilize every 2 weeks. And then I have irrigation everywhere, all the timers. You just let that be, and they're good to go. Whereas vegetables, you have to constantly watch them and make sure no rodents are getting in there and eating all your crop. It's a headache.
Yes, it is. My husband grows a 100-foot by 150-foot farm to market garden.
Wow.
It's his baby, it's his passion, it's his zen, it's his thing that he loves to do when he's not at his full-time job. So not only is he growing that garden, he has a full-time job.
Wow.
And he came in on Sunday and he said, the pole beans are doing great. And I said, okay. He said, the regular green beans are done. I said, done? He said, yeah, we're not going to get a single one. He said, they have rust spots all over them.
Oh.
And it's from all of the rain and all of the hot that we've had. They just haven't been able to handle it. And the other problem with growing produce, not flowers, is that you have to actually weed. Because if you get weed pressure and insect pressure, you're not going to have a crop.
Yeah, we've learned that the hard way. But the beauty where we are, we have power line. I feel like everyone's been at the farm. Sorry. So we have a power line on our property, and they allowed us to, do beds there with flowers. And so that's where all of our flowers are right now, and by the barn, and also another field I just made. So the airflow, the air that blows through all the flowers, like I think, again, I don't know, but I'm very confident that's why we've not had any pest problems or any, mold or anything. And they have been super happy this year, thankfully.
Good.
Yeah.
How many, I don't know if you do this in acres or if you do this in feet. We do our garden in feet because we have 3 acres of property, but our garden is not an acre by any stretch. How many acres of flowers do you grow?
I'd say about 2 to 3 acres. Now our overall property is 500 acres.
Wow.
Yeah. So we literally just do like 2 to 3 acres of flowers. And usually the power line field is my biggest field. They're about 100 feet long, 3 feet wide. And I have some at 50 feet, some at 75 feet. So it just kind of varies with our topography, whether I can do like a full 50 foot or a full 100 foot, so kind of varies.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the other question I have for you is it says you have a workshop. Is that just for you guys or do you teach?
So during Christmas time, we do garland and wreaths as well. And so we have workshops where I teach them how to make magnolia wreaths, cedar wreaths. Basically, those two are what we do because it's kind of hard to put boxwood in a wreath. So,
Yeah.
and then the workshop also is where we have our garland machine, which I tell you what, I cried when I got it. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. And so it literally makes the garland for you. Now you have to manhandle it, make sure you get it through the hole and stuff. But man, it is quite a blessing. So
I didn't know there was such a thing as a garland machine.
yeah, well, we did it. So actually, fun fact, that's how we started out. So we started out, obviously doing flowers, but more so the garland and wreaths.
Yeah.
We actually did it in the backyard of our family home, or at the garage in our family home that we sold a couple years back. And I told Mom, I always joke with her. I'm like, Jeff Bezos and everyone else who succeeded started in their garage. Just saying.
Yes.
But obviously, I'm not saying we're the next Amazon by any means. But
You
I just
don't want to be that anyway.
Yeah,
you want to be
true.
you.
Yeah, I'll read people's status some other time.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Okay. So the other thing that I saw on your website is that you guys still grow holly?
No, so we tried it one year. It did pretty good, but then it kind of stopped working. That's a tricky part about it works one year and you're like, well, what happened this year? So
I bought a holly plant at around Christmas time one year just for giggles and grins. And I thought that I could make it survive through the winter and maybe I could plant it outside. Minnesota is not built for growing holly. Holly does not grow here outside.
yeah, no, definitely not.
I didn't know that. I was like, but holly's associated with Christmas. Christmas is associated with cold. Holly should grow in Minnesota. No, that is not the equation.
Yeah, no, it's definitely hard to grow. I'm sorry, my cat is hanging off the porch.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how that even happened. That's impressive.
Is it
Oh,
okay?
she's okay. She's just running from the puppies. It's just comical.
Uh-huh.
Sorry.
Absolutely. I love cats. We had house cats for a while and then we got a puppy and we had one house cat left. And I was like, guess what, Molly, you get to go outside. She didn't want to be inside to begin with. And so she ended up being an indoor-outdoor cat for a while.
Yeah.
And then she ran away and we don't know what happened to her. So now we just have a dog.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's okay. It was 5 years ago. But she ran away for 6 months. She was gone for 6 months. And she showed up after 6 months and I was like, well, hello, it's good to have you back. And she came right up to me and she was purring and she let me pet her just like I always did and let me pick her up. And about 2 months later, she disappeared again and never came back. I was like, well,
geez.
I guess our place is not the kind of hospitality you want. You found a different place to live. So,
man.
It's okay. We have barn cats too, and they're friendly as well. So the barn cats took a little bit of the sting out of losing our pet. But cats are weird. They deign to live with you. They don't want to make you happy. They want you to make them happy.
Very true. Yeah, she kind of runs the house now, actually. So it's quite comical.
One of the things that I love about my dog I never had a dog of my own up until the one we have now. I love the fact that she wants to make us happy. She wants to do what we need her to do. And that didn't happen until she was about 2. Up until they're 2, they think they want to make you happy, but they also want to chew shoes and tear things apart. She turned into a stellar, well-behaved dog at 2 years old.
Wow. That's actually very impressive.
She's really good, other than the fact that she has no off switch when she is being a watchdog. So she's a very loud, perfect dog.
Yeah. Huh.
And I'm okay with this. It works out great. Alrighty, so I have time for probably 2 more questions because I try to keep these to half an hour. It says that you do you pick and you're an event venue. So are those 2 things still correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
So
tell me about the you pick. Yep.
the U picks. So we, like I said, the power line field and the other fields, we just come up and we'll have a band out there playing around the barn area. You'll start at the barn and then you'll walk out to the field, and one of us will guide you out there and then let you cut away. And then you can make your own little bouquets after, hang out, eat some food, drink some alcohol if you want, you know. So that it's pretty much September and October is when we start doing events again centered around flowers, because obviously, as we all know, it's hot. So nobody really comes out during the summertime except for, the shed that we have. We have flowers, bouquets over there as well. So it's more just like a pick up and go, right now.
So like what we would call in Minnesota a farm stand.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. And what's your other question? I'm sorry.
Event venue. What kind of events do you do?
Yes, ma'am. So we do we have florists in the Bay. Her name is Martha, and she comes up and does flower arrangement classes. We also do flower, pick your own flowers. You pick, yeah, but it's more like we pick them for you, and then you make your bouquet, and then people usually just like hang out after, and we do a lot of stuff. We never stop. So there's always something to do up here. And we also have farm to tables. We have chefs come up and cook you a meal. And, we have a big, long table out here. So, yeah, so it never stops.
That's so fun. Okay, do you have like a funny story or a sad story at all from your experience doing this?
Well, actually, so there is let's see. Trying to think. So there is a funny story where, like I said, Holly is our cat around here, or no, Clover, and Holly is my sister's cat. And I was literally out there in the field cutting, and Clover comes out and starts chasing birds, and so all I see are birds flying everywhere. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And
Yeah.
and she was trying to be a huntress, but she didn't catch any birds. But I mean, that was kind of a lame story, but not really a lot of crazy stuff happens up here. Besides, when you get home to the farmhouse and all these animals are here, where you constantly have to keep an eye on them because they'll go off and venture off.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they do that you're like, are they trampling all my flowers?
Yeah, they that's why I try to keep them at the house. But Tulip, my sister's dog, she hears a side by side on, and she's like, I mean, I've never seen a dog run so fast. So you really have to like just gun it. As soon as she's in the backyard, you just gun it, and hopefully you make it in time before she gets you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Well,
it's honestly it's quite comical how much craziness happens up here with the whole family here, but especially at the house. Not so much in the fields because I keep them away, But man, it's just like I just had to go grab Holly, my sister's cat, from the puppies, and she was climbing up the screen and porch while they were barking. I was like, dude, trying to do an interview here.
That's okay. We keep it real because we don't want to act like AI. We
Yeah,
don't.
true.
Nope, no artificial intelligence here. It's actual intelligence here. Um, and that's a good line. I should keep that.
That was good.
Yeah, it was really good. Actual intelligence. That's my AI. I have a little short funny story about our cat that is no longer with us. Less than 5 pound female cat came walking out of our tree line with a more than 5 pound wild rabbit in her mouth that she had caught.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Yep. She looked like she was going to tip over. And I was like, that rabbit is bigger than she is. How did she manage to catch it? That was nuts. My husband looked at me, I looked at him, and we're just like, I don't understand how she did that. That's crazy. So that's probably the craziest thing I've seen here since we moved in 6 years ago in August.
Yeah,
And,
that is
ugh,
great.
yeah, nuts. Okay, so where can people find you online, Connor?
LaTerraFarms.com, and the whole story of our beginning adventures and ever expanding is on there. And then also Facebook. I am thinking about doing a YouTube channel maybe
I
at some
think you
point.
should. I think you should.
I know. It's funny. I got a new phone. I had a phone for like 4 years just because I'm cheap.
Uh-huh.
I really don't care. But I got a new phone, and finally I had like good camera quality. So I did the video, and
Yeah.
I was like, man, it only took me 4 years.
Well, you're handsome and you're well spoken. I don't see any reason why you can't do a YouTube channel.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Connor, thank you so much for taking the time today to talk with me. I say this to all my guests. I know you're really busy, and I do not ever take for granted the time that you share with me.
Of course, it is my pleasure, and I appreciate you reaching out to me. And it's exciting. It's my first podcast ever, so it's pretty awesome.
You did great. As always, people can find me at a tinyhomesteadpodcast.com. Connor, I hope you have a great day. Tell your mom thanks for being awesome, and I hope the tropical storm doesn't do any damage for you.
Yeah, same here. I will take this breeze though.
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.